What's the naughtiest thing that your guide dog Marty has ever done?
Oh, I want to say that he's such a good boy, he doesn't do anything naughty.
Liar!
Another one from me, Blind Girl Vlogs Q&A. You guys love them, and have I got some really feisty and good questions that have come in via text message here on YouTube and some other platforms. So I'm going to get into it. I'm going to get him indoors to read them like we did last time. Oh my goodness, I can't wait to dive into these questions. We've got some good ones. So him indoors, fire away.
You had a question from what's her name? Sightless Cheryl?
Yeah, Kelsey.
Kelsey.
Big shout out to Kelsey.
I remember Kelsey, but your name, sorry. So the question was, what's your favourite alcoholic drink?
Ooh, well, I seem to be really keen on antibacterial viral hand sanitizer. Nah, I'm just joking. I really like a BMW, and you're probably thinking, what on earth is a BMW?
It's Bavarian Motor Works.
It is. Well, it's a Bailey's, Malibu and whiskey. Yes, you heard that right. 3 drinks into one. Okay, so it's my favourite drink. So it's one drink, okay? But 3 lovely tonics inside. Oh my goodness. You just need one of those and you anyone's. Well, did I just say that? Yeah, Bailey's, Malibu and whiskey. A little bit of ice, and that is an amazing combination. Go and try it. Don't worry about any of the measurements because I just throw it in, mix it up together and just down it. It's absolutely delicious.
Next one comes from somebody called Sean in Hearts, whoever that is. What's your most embarrassing sex moment that doesn't involve him indoors?
Where to begin with this one? Okay. These embarrassing moments always seem to happen in a swimming pool or in the vicinity of a sports centre. So I was dating somebody for a couple of months, and we went to aqua aerobics, and am I really going to be doing this? I'm sorry,
aerobics, isn't that water sports?
Yes.
Or is that something else?
Get your mind out of the gutter. So, okay.
Mind out of the gutter.
Yeah. So we went to aqua aerobics, and it was really fun. I'd never done it before.
Who's we?
Me and my boyfriend at the time.
Okay, not me.
No, it wasn't you, not him indoors. And it was really good. And I was quite embarrassed because as a blind person, I was worried about not keeping up with the moves, and he was having to explain the moves to me physically. So I felt a little bit self-conscious about that. Anyway, you want to get to the juicy part. So
usually my strategy.
So we went to the disabled changing room, and we had a shower, and then things happened. It got rather steamy in the room, not just with
in a public swimming pool.
Oh my gosh, it really did get quite hot in there. So yeah, we kind of made out a little bit in the disabled changing room. Let's move on to the next question.
That's not that embarrassing.
It is!
Okay, so we have a question here from footynutguy. Footynutguy, you know we love you, man, don't you, if you're watching? You seem to be a bit hot under the collar with this and thinking other things apply to you, and they really don't. You know we love you. But anyway, here's his little barbed comment, which is, what's it like being married to a journalist? It must be a bit annoying when he knows it all.
It's a friggin' nightmare.
Very nice, is it? It's not very nice, is it?
I'm going to pass that over to you.
Yeah, that's not very nice, footynutguy. Be nice. We like you. So I would say the key trick is we are trained and taught that if you know something, you say so. If you don't know something, you should say what you don't know. But certainly, if you don't know something, you shouldn't say it as if you knew it was so. And that's all it is. So I don't say things I don't know.
So what's it like being married to a journalist then?
Yep, that was the question.
I think it's quite good because they seem to have the inside knowledge and they know a lot about the news, and yeah, it's quite handy. I think anyway.
Yeah, we've got one from Sandra in Sandringham apparently. Sandra in Sandringham. This is a bit personal. Do you want it?
Let's go with it. I said. I
How
said.
do you cope with your monthly cycle? Now, I'm assuming you're not going out doing 20 miles on the back of the tandem here.
I think she's talking about the monthly cycles that women have. As someone who has no sight at all, I do struggle with knowing when I'm on. And the reason why I do is because my monthly cycles are not regular. This may be a little bit too much information for some, but I did ask for the questions and you want to know, so I'm going to be open and transparent about letting you know what it's like for me having no sight but trying to, well, do the monthly thing as most women do. So I've got a condition called polycystic ovaries. I'm not medically trained, so go and Google it. Mr. Dr. Google will tell you all about it. So I don't have regular periods. So, for example, I wouldn't necessarily know when I'm going to be coming on. So I have to rely on, my lovely family, mostly my mum, who I trust. She'll tell me if she sees anything. And sometimes I can tell if I get stomach cramps and things like that. So I kind of have to be a little bit, well, like a doctor and just work out what my body's telling me. So
I can normally tell when you are.
that's very rude and very stereotypical. No, I'm not really that moody. Am I?
In the comments below.
So that's kind of probably a long-winded way of saying someone with no sight, it's a little bit challenging, especially when you have polycystic ovaries like I do and they're not regular. Okay, that's cut it down to quite a bit. And you kind of have to rely on a bit of, well, your senses, smell. I wouldn't suggest taste, but some people might do that just because they might be able to get a little bit more information from that.
Barry in Exeter asks, you've said that you see in your dreams, but do you see technically?
This is a really good one, actually. So during the day, I obviously have no sight at all. I have no optic nerves, and these are prosthetic eyes. If you haven't seen the video of me taking them out, then go check that out. But I had sight up until the age of 16. I say sight, I had a very fragmented view of what the world was. So I could see certain things, certain colours, so I kind of had an idea of what it was like. So when I dream, I imagine what life was like when I could see. So it's a very outdated view. And the reason why I say that is, for example, police officers' uniforms have changed from the early 90s to now. So I still imagine a police officer wearing what they used to wear back in the 90s. Obviously not. So that's what I kind of mean when I say I see in my dreams. I see what I used to see, not what I see, what I don't see now, if that makes sense. Probably doesn't. I've just confused myself.
From somebody called Siobhan, a different one, I assume, or an alter ego, who knows. Do you prefer working with a guide dog or a cane? I think context is key here, but go on.
That's a great one. I like that. I think for me, it depends on the situation you're in. So if you want to go clubbing and you want to go to a live gig or music, then obviously I'm going to opt for the cane, because I wouldn't take my guide dog into a really busy environment where it could be loud and there's going to be like drunken people, not including myself, or obviously including myself. And I wouldn't want to be in charge of a guide dog under the influence of alcohol. Or I wouldn't want to put my guide dog in a position where, you know, they could get trodden on or step on glass. So that's a perfect example of where I would use the cane. But the majority of the time, I would definitely prefer to use my guide dog because I feel more confident. I don't feel vulnerable when out and about. And I just find it's a lot quicker from getting from A to B. So I'm not finding every single bin or lamppost or car with my cane. The guide dog, my guide dog Marty, will guide me safely around the obstacles and away to go. And sometimes I don't even know if there's obstacles there because he does all the work for me. So that's my answer in a nutshell.
Sticking with alcohol, Emily wants to know, if you can't see, how do you know when you're blind drunk?
Oh, that's brilliant. I like that one. I don't. I actually don't ever get to the point where I'm so drunk I don't know what I'm doing.
Sorry,
and he's laughing indoors. I can sing and I get a little bit tipsy, but he's laughing. He's putting me off now.
Do you remember the time when you definitely weren't drunk and you kept telling me, but you'd had a kebab and denied it in the morning?
I don't remember that.
Yeah. Exactly.
And wasn't there the time that you said that I'd opened the bin and started rummaging for some food that I couldn't finish?
Pizza.
And then, did I really?
Yes.
That's just so embarrassing. I don't remember that, so maybe I do get drunk. I don't obviously get the visual side of being drunk, like blurred vision or anything like that. But I don't really kind of lose my hearing or get to the stage. I just don't. I don't think I do.
Ian asks, are you going to get to the point of doing some live Q&A, some live streams on this channel?
I would love to be in a position to do some lives. At the moment, I am not quite at the 1,000 mark where I can then go live. I would just be so,
right?
yeah, subscribers. So I need 1,000 subscribers in order to do that. And this is why I keep pushing and pushing for you guys to share and, you know, retweets when you're on Twitter, just to kind of like push the channel, because I'm all about education and raising awareness about blindness, but those questions that some people are just too embarrassed to ask. Well, not you, some of you guys, because you just asked some of the most embarrassing questions.
I have a question, and it's this. Given previous comments, you know when you spoke about being trolled, or when we spoke about being trolled,
Yeah.
did that relate to a user called footynutguy or not?
No, it didn't. No, we've explained this. No, nothing to do with you, my dear friend. It was another person who sent me a personal message.
About my eyes?
About your eyes and about your head position. But yes, that had nothing to do with you. So, next question.
Do you like gardening?
Oh, I wish I did have green fingers, because I would love to be able to come out and just focus my mind on something other than work or kind of those things that just take over your mind. So it would be a really good stress relief to be able to kind of know what plants are which. I don't know what a plant is or a weed. I'm just so rubbish at that sort of thing. So I would love to do a bit more gardening, and yeah, renovate my garden this year is definitely happening.
What kit will you invest in next? Will it be lights or a fast lens for the new camera?
If I had my way, it would be lights. So I think lights are really, really important. We've got quite a few lenses, I believe.
No,
Maybe he'll tell me.
We've got one lens for the new camera, and we do need a faster one, but lights are also cool.
Yeah, okay, let's go with the lights then. Lights would be my next option.
Okay. Why?
Because I think it's a good idea when we're indoors to be able to light up the room properly, so people have a good view when they come to the channel, if they can see, of course. And if you can't, then you wouldn't know anyway.
What's the naughtiest thing, asks Billy, that your guide dog Marty has ever done?
Oh, the naughtiest thing. Oh, I want to say that he's such a good boy, he doesn't do anything naughty.
Liar!
The naughtiest thing that I think that he's done, that I've been aware of, is where I've pulled out a grill and left it on the side, and he's nicked my bread.
What's the naughtiest thing guide dog Sammy has done? Him indoors guide dog.
Oh goodness, there's a list. Okay, so when Sammy first came and Sean first had him, he ate my makeup. A really expensive bit of makeup, and I was really upset because I'd never spent that much makeup on makeup products before. And yep, he went and devoured the lot. I didn't care about him having this poison inside his body. Yeah, of course I did, but I was more upset about the fact that it cost me a lot of money. But life goes on, and I love him. Guys, if you like this content, you know what you can do to support the channel. Hit the subscribe and whack the notification bell. I'll catch you in my next one. Love you.